What's going on, everybody? It's Ashton, your coach of the Halifax Huntails, and today I'm back on the showdown side of things, particularly in the URSDL. This time it is week 2 versus our opposing coach, duscl0ps356. He's the coach of the Draven duscl0ps356. And yeah, before we get into it, this is kind of an exciting one because it is battle of the undefeated teams. Of course, there's only been 1 week, but we are both top of the league at the moment. I'm currently the sole seed first place, where I won my first battle. Spoilers, by the way, for anyone who has yet to watch the week 1 and was looking to, without any spoilers given. We ended up winning that week with a healthy 5-0 differential, whereas my opponent here, duscl0ps356, managed to very handedly take his week 1 battle 4-0. I believe it was against Jinx, coach of the Sacramento Slow Kings. So yeah, very good showing by my opponent here. So it's definitely going to be a difficult one with no doubt. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into which team is going to be excuse me, I'm lost for words here. I'm going to say which team my opponent has decided to coach this season. He ended up drafting a very scary rain team, so to give you guys an idea of what my opponent has access to, he has access to Archaludon, Pelipper, Kilowattrel, Raikou, Dreadnought, which is his first of 2 Terra Captains. Then he has Crawdaunt, Beartic, which is his second of 2 Terra Captains, Mega Swampert, Barraskewda, Ferrothorn, Mantine, and Raichu. So yeah, very dominantly rain-heavy team with a lot of very scary threats on it. You know, of course, the main threats for my team, of course, are the 2 Terra Captains. I think just in general, Terra Dreadnought and Terra Beartic are just very scary Pokemon, but on a rain team as potent as this, where there's already so many other threats to worry about, it's very hard to solely prep for those 2 things, and that's a very scary combination of Terra Captains to be able to prep for without having the added threat of the other things. So yeah, to kick things off, to see if we even have a chance to build something that can combat this team, we ended up starting off with a choice banded DRAGAPULT set, making its debut. As you might notice, my opponent doesn't have access to a fairy type naturally outside of his Terra Captains, so I was thinking that there would be no better week to bring a set like this, which should be fun. Choice Banded Dragon Tarts does a number to my opponent's team outside of things like the Ferrothorn. I believe it 2-hit KOs most of his Pokemon, except for outside of potentially a physically defensive Pelipper or Archaludon. So yeah, very scary stuff. And of course, everything else that isn't Ferrothorn gets hit by everything that isn't Ferrothorn gets hit by Dragon Darts, and then Faint Force will be the coverage of choice for said Pokemon. So yeah, this set's gonna have fun. And then we have an interesting one. We have a physically defensive Togekiss with Nasty Plot. So you're probably asking yourself, why are you bringing a non-offensive setup option on a Togekiss? And the reason is this: my team does not switch in well to Crawdaunt. And I felt like it was important to be able to have something that can both sponge hits and potentially threaten out things like the Ferrothorn passively. So yeah, being able to take a little bit more of the residual hits with a Fizz-Def set is going to be kind of nice from things like the Ferrothorn and stuff like that. So yeah, I felt like it was in my best interest to bring a Nasty Plot 2 attack set, which would allow me to both check and potentially counter some more passive variants of Ferrothorn. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can do with this set, a set like this. I believe when I was calking mainly Adamant Life Orb Crawdonts, and of course a liquidation from an Adamant Life Orb Crawdont in the rain still does a net of about 80% maximum, so it's definitely still a very threatening mon, and I'm definitely not gonna be able to 100% check it with anything on my team, but this gives us another one of our best options to do so. And after a Nasty Plot, I'm able to threaten a a lot of things getting two-shot with the combination of Air Slash and Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere is really just there for the Ferrothorn, whereas Air Slash is just general decent coverage. Of course, I'm not able to hit everything with the set, as you can tell by the Kilowattrel being there. It's a little bit awkward, but I figure if I kind of build around the idea that I don't have, you know, everything answered with a set like this, I'll have Pokemon kind of surrounding Togekiss that will allow it to, you know, take advantage of the other Pokemon that aren't the Kilowattrel. So that's kind of my thinking behind this set. And then kind of one of our more interesting additions to this team is the Ursaluna Blood Moon. And the reason why is because it's a ground type in the rain. Needless to say, it's definitely an awkward bring outside of, given the fact that my opponent has nothing but water types. So the main reason for this, due to the fact that Torterra is my only other natural electric immunity on my draft, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's correct. It's also my Terra. No, that's a lie, Lantern. Okay, so I have 3, but I wanted less pressure on Lantern and Torterra, basically, is the reason for bringing Ursaluna here. It allows me to switch into things like the Kilowattrel pretty healthily, given my defensive investments. And the combination of Blood Moon just Earth Power also just does a really huge number to my opponent's draft. And despite the fact that I underspeed all of his team in the rain, outside of the Ferrothorn, is going to be coupled with the fact of, let me just scroll down here and show you, I'm bringing a Trick Room Bronzong. So my thoughts were kind of based on the idea that Trick Room would be a factor in this game. So that's why you're seeing me bring a Pokemon like Ursaluna Blood Moon this week, despite the fact that it's still kind of awkward. The Pasho Berry will allow me to potentially either take advantage of an opportunity in the rain to get off a Calm Mind or something along the sorts, or of the sorts. And yeah, just like as I said before, the combination of Blood Moon and Earth Power just really does a number on my opponent's draft. So yeah, be on the lookout for this set to potentially do some work here. This is also our debut of this Pokemon this week. We also haven't debuted our Darkrai, which I really am surprised at, but you know, I didn't really see a hugely dominant fit for Darkrai yet in any of the battles that I've done. But yeah, it'll eventually happen. I'm sure it'll happen in the near future too. It's just such a good Pokemon, and I was very tempted to bring it this week, but I really felt like I needed the 6 that I have access to currently. So yeah, Ursaluna is going to be making his debut here, and then we're going to be bringing Torterra as our Terra Captain of choice yet again. This time it's going to be a Terra Water variant. I couldn't help but bring something along this sort because yeah, it just does a really good job at being able to take advantage of resisting the water type attacks and giving myself the best opportunity I can to Shell Smash. I am a little bit worried that he might bring something along the lines of a Whirlwind or Roar Pokemon, so I'm going to be a little bit hesitant on clicking Shell Smash until I have myself in the best position to do so, given that one of those the Pokemon that have access to those moves are either severely whittled or have revealed all 4 of their moves. Yeah, so this set should do some fun. It's a little awkward again, but I need the HP to be able to handedly survive a electric type attack from both the Raikou and the Kilowattrel and the Raichu Alola. I was calculating for all of those on top of the Wakan Berry. So this just kind of covers everything, and I didn't really need as much attack investment to be able to two-shot and Oko the things that I needed to with the set. So yeah, look out for Torterra to get a couple more kills, or a couple more kills on top of the kill that I got in week 1. And then we have a bulky pivoting Lantern here. It has Protect. Basically, Protect is only there to account for Pokemon clicking certain coverage moves in certain positions and me not knowing what those coverage moves are, because I figure there's a couple Pokemon here that could have the potential for being a choice locked item, specifically the Barraskewda. I just didn't want to over predict when I was dealing with Pokemon like that, and I felt like it was also important to have Protect to be able to stall rain turns, which I suppose should be the main purpose for having Protect on a Pokemon like Water Absorb Lantern here. But the 48 special attack investment with the Modest Nature allows me to have a chance of two-shotting a fully offensive Kilowattrel with Ice Beam, which I was deeming to be pretty important in a matchup like this, where I had a lot of Pokemon that were very spread thin and to be able to counter multiple members of my opponent's draft. And yeah, this allows me to. This gives me my not only a Pokemon that can potentially pivot into some of his rain abusers, but also gives me my second potential switch into a offensive Crawdont. So yeah, I felt like Water Absorb was very important this week. And yeah, having the best opportunity giving myself the best opportunity to stall at rain turns is going to be in my best interest, I think, here. So yeah, hence why you see Protect on a Pokemon like this. And then finally, as mentioned before, we have our Trick Muser, which is going to be Bronzong in this case. And it's only got one attack because my opponent does not have an immunity to fighting. And with the combination of max defense and fist plate, a +6 body press is able to give myself the best opportunity to two-shot a defensive Pelipper. Don't quote me on that. But when I was doing the calcs, this has been a while since I built this team. It was like 4 days ago when I built this. I believe a +6 body press was able to two-shot a Pelipper. So yeah, this thing could go pretty nutty. Basically getting off a free body press every time it comes into if I just really want a residual damage on things. And I believe I'm able to live pretty healthily some attacks from Mega Swampert too with Fizz Def. So yeah, be on the lookout for this thing being very annoying for my opponent's draft. And yeah, that's going to be the team here. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that my team can or cannot handle rain. I think it's one of the better teams that can handle weather. But yeah, specifically rain, I'm a little bit worried about. But yeah, we'll have to see how we do. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching the Team Builder, and be sure to stay tuned for the battle because it should happen here shortly. And yeah, I'll see you there because it should be an interesting one. All right, catch you there. All right, looks like it is time for the battle. Yeah, without further ado, we're just gonna hop on into it. It is a little bit later for this battle than I was hoping. Though it is the same day that we recorded the Team Builder, so it should be a good one. I'm kind of curious to see what my opponent ends up bringing. I figure he wants to bring something along the lines of Arcaludon with a couple rain abusers. I think Barraskewda is definitely a big one. Pelipper, of course, has to come to set the rain, and then I figure, I don't know, maybe we'll see Mega Swampert, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. But yeah, without further ado, we're just gonna hop on into it and see what happens. All right, so he brings an interesting 6. He doesn't bring the Swampert, he brings Mantine though, which is curious. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of that. Just gonna send the link off here. Right. Really sure what to lead, to be entirely honest. The plan kind of was for me to lead Dragapult. Just gonna remember one out of the timer. Yeah, I feel like Dragapult's not a terrible lead. Yeah, I'm just gonna lead Dragapult. Yeah, Pelipper's the lead here. So yeah, I'm just gonna calc to see how much this does. Because this should do a fair chunk. Yeah, even if he's Fizz Def, like, we're seeing about half health, so yeah, I kinda wanna just darts. I feel like it's a horrible play here. Doesn't really have a great switch into it. Might predict me to go for Thunderbolt and switch in Raikou. That would be something. Or Arcaludon even. And both of those taking damage would be kind of sick. Be happy with that. Mantine's a switch. Interesting. That's going to get two-shotted. It's pretty nice. So we do see Mantine come in. Now, what does this thing have for coverage versus my Dragapult? Also, we can figure out what time of Mantine this is, whether it's bulky or not. Some that damage. That did what? So 76%. So it's like max HP. No, it's got to be bulky. It's got to be bold. Has to be bold. What is an Ice Beam doing to me? He's got, say, like 100 special attack. Not a lot. So I think I just want to kind of darts. I could also go into Lantern. Is another option. It's another option. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure I know exactly what this thing can potentially do to me. I'm tempted to darts. Yeah, Scald. So it's gonna suck if he burns. Okay, it doesn't burn. Cool. Alright, so we get a kill here. So we're off to kind of a hot start. So Dreadnought's the switch. Okay, kind of expecting this. So I mean, this thing's gonna be a problem, right? So let's see. Dreadnought. Shell Smash Sweeper. So he is Adamant. Crunch. That's killing. So just doing a Bronzong though. Does do half, that's a shame. What do I want to do here? I could stay in and darts again. Potentially. But then I risk losing Pult. This is going to be a make or break turn, I think. So let me think this out. What does he lose by Shell Smashing here, if anything? I also don't think he necessarily goes for a water move. So how much is he doing to my Ursaluna? Yeah, that doesn't do anything really. So I'm kind of tempted to go into that. If the rain's up though. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he clicks a water move here. So I'm gonna go into my Ursaluna, I think. +2, he doesn't kill me either. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go into my Ursaluna. It's Terra Dark. Okay, so he crunches. Interesting. I do live one, because I know for a fact he's not banded. So I kind of want to... Yeah, see, I don't kill either. Oh, I could kill. I could kill. But I don't think I do. Okay, so now that I know that he's that set... What can I learn about this? It's 28, so it's kind of leading me to believe... It's curious damage. Hold on. What is he? Terra Dark. Crunch. I'm so confused by that damage. Am I missing something? Must be. I am missing something. I must be. Is it Strong Jaw? Oh, it's Strong Jaw, that's why. So it is Swift Swim. That's what I'm missing. Okay, so Swift Swim, Crunch. Okay, so... Oh, that could have been bad. Okay, so it's Adamant. Likely Adamant. Liquidation should be doing no more than that much to me in the rain. Should be doing no more than that much. Okay, so I could... Blood Moon. Right? Could Blood Moon. Or I could switch into Togekiss. How much is a Stone Edge doing to my Togekiss? That much. Okay, so a Liquidation plus a Stone Edge does kill me, so I think I'm gonna Blood Moon. Yeah, I'm gonna Blood Moon here. Yeah, so we live that. See how much Blood Moon does. Okay, so that's interesting. Might be Assault Vest. Curious. Might go into Togekiss here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I was probably expecting the Lantern switch. Yeah, I know for a fact a Stone Edge doesn't kill. Yeah, Stone Edge does not kill me. So I feel like the play is just to Aura Sphere, right? So how much is that going to do, though, is the question. Because I'm pretty sure this thing is Assault Vest. Yeah, so Aura Sphere should kill. That's fine. I think here we can probably go into our Ursaluna, maybe sack it off. Because I don't know if it's going to be doing too much more for us. We could also potentially go into Lantern. Another option. Yeah, I might go on the Lantern here. Scout. Okay, so he's going to be that kind of set. So I think we'll Volt Switch. It's fine. It's kind of risky considering it could have been Volt Absorb there, but that's fine. Okay, so now what? Now what is the question? So Calm Mind... A Calm Mind... Raikou. Kind of makes me want to go into Torterra, right? Anything stop me from doing that? So it'll be Scald outside of the rain. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Torterra. Do I just Shell Smash? Or do I Headlong Rush right away? How much am I doing to Color Purpose to Seed Bomb? Might two-shot? I'm -2. Okay. So I'm +4. Yeah. It's tough. How much am I doing to Raikou with my Dragapult? It might be in range if it's fully offensive. How much does that Thunderbolt do to my Lantern? Okay, so it's bulkier. So it's probably max HP. A little bit less special attack, which is curious. Something along that. It might even just be nothing. Yeah, it could be nothing as well. So I'll Shell Smash. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Rain, my Torterra. This is Pelipper. I gotta be switched into Pelipper, but +2. I'm gonna just Seed Bomb, I think. Yeah, so he's not Fist F. The way he was playing around my Dragapult led me to believe that. Do you want to save this is the question. Big question of the day, right? I'll C-bomb again. I think he probably sacks. I'm gonna be kind of mad if I can shell smash again. Let me think about this. C-bomb safer. I might regret this. Yeah, no, I didn't regret that. No, I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna mess around with this Pokemon, I don't think. I'm going to... I could go into... Okay, so I could go into my Pokekiss on this, because it was really built for the thing that isn't here, which is the Crawdont. So I might go into that. How much is it doing to me in the rain? Scooter. It's Life Orb. Rain. So close combat. This little. How much is it doing to my Torterra at this range? Just kill me. I could save this. I don't think I'm going to, though. Yeah, that's fine. I could have switched, but, you know, it's okay. Okay. Now what do I want to do? I could go into my... Drill Run killed me. So, Drill Run... -1... did 46, so it's probably... Oh, it's Choice Band. Okay, so it's Choice Band, right? Has to be Adamant Choice Band. So... I could go into my Bronzong. Right? How much am I doing to Raikou with Body Burst? Yeah, I could go into Bronzong here and Iron Defense up. I think that's going to be my play. Yeah, our Caledon's a switch. That is going to take a lot of damage, I think, from us. +2 defense. It could very well drop. It could very well drop. I'm gonna try it. Dark Pulse, that's fine. Oh, the crit's kind of annoying. Okay, so that was a crit from a Dark Pulse. That did 62, so... I need to believe it's no bulk, so if it's not a crit, 36 to 43, we are in range, unfortunately. So, that's a bit of a shame. I kind of want to keep this around, which is a bit annoying. How much is a Flash Cannon doing to my Togekiss? It does 2-shot. Do I want to keep this thing healthy for Barraskewda? I think so, right? I'm gonna try Trick Room. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, that crit was kind of annoying. That's fine though. So I can go into my Dragapult, I think, and just fire off the darts. I think I'll do that. So that's gone. Very nice. Rain's out. Okay. I think I'll darts this. Just live. See what he does here. Rain dances. Ah, okay. Okay. I see your play. I see your play. Fair play. Okay. How do I want to play around this? I'll go for darts. And I think what I'll end up having to do is sack my Ursaluna. And then go into Togekiss on the Dreadnought. Because I figure that's what he's probably going to do. Yeah, so I'm going to sack Ursaluna. It's fine. Then I'll go into my Togekiss. I think. Yeah, I'll go into my Togekiss and I'll Aura Sphere. As he flinches me. And he crits me. Oh, that's the way to lose right there. Okay, never mind. Rain's gone. So I will go into Dragapult darts. Yeah, oof, no kidding. Craziness. No darts. Should be faster. Yep, that's GG. Oh, nervous. GG. Well played to my opponent. Yeah, Dragapult just had such a good matchup where it outsped everything outside of the rain, and he didn't have a fairy immunity, so yeah, Banded Dragapult's go burr. But yeah, good job to my opponent. Kind of wish that the hacks didn't happen, might have been able to preserve differential a little bit, but you know, it is the game we play. But despite that, he prepped very well with the Rain Dance Raikou. Definitely wasn't expecting that at the late game. Yeah, Dark Dreadnought did make a lot of sense in hindsight. He could have easily made a 50-50 read there with me switching and tried to Shell Smash up there. But yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of set he was on his Dreadnought, whether or not he had Shell Smash or... yeah, I'll have to talk to him about that play. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all for week 3. All right, bye-bye.